Network service of the NTA.
On the Sports Parliament, our World Cup focus begins tonight. For the next 18 weeks, we shall be presenting a weekly package titled 2018 World Cup Special. It will focus largely on Nigeria and Nigeria Super Eagles. Every week, we shall be bringing you everything you need to know, what is happening where, all the news behind the scenes, and how the team is performing. Of course, we shall also be discussing other sports and other issues on the show, including a new competition, Guess Who? On the Sports Parliament tonight, we are taking the kickoff with the appearance in Parliament of Nigeria's Mr. Football, AFCON President, and President of the Nigeria Football Federation, Mr. Amaju Pinnick. I am Segun Odegbami, Speaker of the Sports Parliament. Welcome to the show. Coming to you live from our studios, the largest studios in Africa of the largest television network, NTA. With me on the show tonight to my distant right, the man who should actually be at the Commonwealth Games, Nigeria's Olympic gold medalist, Enefiok Udo Obong.
Good evening, Mr. Speaker.
You are not at the Commonwealth Games. And sitting next to him is a returnee parliamentarian, Dr. Kweku Tando.
Good evening, Mr. Speaker. I'm coming back from Wasimi.
Well, as you all know, I just came back from Wasimi, yes. And I thank you all for supporting me for the burial of my mother. Okay? Well, on today's show, I'd like to first of all welcome our president to the show, and then to tell you that you are in for a fantastic package. Something new is going to start on the show today. After the break. If you are just joining us, this is the Sports Parliament coming to you live from our studios in Lagos. Well, you can also participate in the program through any one of our social media platforms that must be scrolling across your screens now. And from next week, our competition resumes. This time it's going to be Guess Who? We shall be giving you a sample of that. We shall be giving you a sample of so many things today, starting with that of this segment on the World Cup special. We shall be looking at the Super Eagles from now until when they eventually win the World Cup. The president is here. Let me whet your appetites with today's show. Before Mr. President says anything, congratulations for qualifying us again for the World Cup. During our time, we tried several times to go to the World Cup. In fact, twice we failed at the very last hurdle. In 1977 against Tunisia, in 1981 against Algeria. We had only one country to defeat, Tunisia in 77 and Algeria in 1981. Both times we failed. But in 1994, Nigeria qualified. But one thing that we have noticed is that this generation, aside from the 1980 finals goals that they sometimes see either on YouTube or even on television, they did not see how Nigeria played, the Eagles, the Green Eagles in those days, how they played in those days. They just had legendary names, Emmanuel Okala, Chukwu, and so on and so forth. So tonight, We are going to show you, for 5 minutes, Nigeria playing against Egypt that has also qualified to go to this World Cup. Both countries are going to this World Cup. But they played against one another in one very epic match that demonstrates the best of Nigerian football at that time. Poor pitch, very large attendance at the stadium, great atmosphere, great players, legendary players. How did they play and all of that? So for the next 5 minutes, watch Nigeria against Egypt. You will see that I shined in that match. Not because I played well, but because I scored, you know. And I was such a prolific goal scorer in those days. I wasn't playing well, but I was scoring to the extent that, you know, a winger scoring goals was not so common. And I became the second highest goal scorer in our country's national football team history until Rashidi came along to dismantle all of that. So enjoy. This is for you at home. Nigeria versus Egypt, 1977.
Corner kick. Adoke Mesimaka is there. Not too brilliant, the corner kick. But Anas there for the Eagles. Referee's whistle is gone. Free kick to Egypt. Anas Ahmed. Ooh, good stop. And somebody's picked up for offside, of course. Aloysius midfield, that's really asking for trouble. That's where the Egyptians are reigning supreme. Wadioha is very, very weak shot. Very, very tame hit there with Odegbami completely unmarked. Aloysius. A pass to nobody at all. Samuel Jabadi. Wadioha gets onto it, oh, just about. So it's a throw in now to Egypt. Good move there by Aloysius. Iwelumo. Aloysius again. Iwelumo. Well, good pass. Wadioha. Adokie. Adokie. Good crossover. And it's in the net. It is in the net. It is in the net, and it's Shegun Odegbami. Anas, Muda Lawal, Shegun Odegbami. Shegun still going. And nobody's there. Iwelumo. Again, it's Muda Lawal. Still Muda. Still Muda. Anas. Anas. Christian Chukwu. That's not brilliant. Last man is there. Godwin Odie. Masterly. About the coolest man on this pitch. Anas Ahmed. Aloysius Atuegbu. Wadioha. A fair one. Again, Ikrahmi Ahmed. Odie having a testy time. Sam Ojabode. Christian Chuku. Good move. Chuku is still going. Left full back Galab. Again, midfield build up by the Egyptians. Skipper Hazan. No, it's a free kick now to the Egyptians. That's left half back Gafar. Mudalawal. Can Nwadeha do much with that? Shago is poised. Shago is really an artist these days. He's untouchable in that right flank. Shago is still going, and it's in the net. It is in the net. Goal number 3. Incredible.